Top Gun Maverick, they're not making sets for fighter jets that kill people. They're not doing that. This is News on a Tuesday, and today we are talking about things that are controversial, things that may be coming, things that are, new to the world, and things that have been rebranded, among many other things. So let's jump deep into the News on a Tues topics. First up, LegoCon is right around the corner, believe it or not. LegoCon is happening soon. It's impressive. It's almighty. But if it's anything like last year, it's probably not going to be as big and amazing as awesome. However, the live stream of LegoCon happens on the June 18th, 2022 at 5 p.m. London time, 12 p.m. New York time, or 9 a.m. Los Angeles. So you're going to have to wake up pretty early to be able to get all the goodness that comes from LegoCon. But here's the interesting thing behind that. LegoCon last year, they announced a new set. They announced a few new sets under the Star Wars theme. The question becomes, what are they going to do? You've got to go big or go home, right? You've got people tuning in. You want people to maybe enjoy and stuff like that. But what are you going to do? What are you going to accomplish? Well, there's been a teaser or a spoiler or whatever you want to call it that has been put out there where Lego is coming out with a new theme. The question now becomes, is it a in-house theme like Ninjago, like Nexo Nights, like City, like Friends, or is it an IP? And we don't know. I don't know. And even if I did know, I wouldn't tell you, but I honestly do not know. I have no clue. Lego is keeping this hush-hush to the vest. Now, we do know a few things. New movies that are coming out, right? Jurassic World, Dominion, whatever it is, the new one that's coming out, that is coming out. We already have sets for that. Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, they're not making sets for fighter jets that kill people. They're not doing that. There's not a whole lot of other sets or movies that are coming out this year. I mean, we already have Harry Potter. We already have that kind of stuff. So what could it be? We know that the Avatar 2 movie is coming out at some point. 2022, 2023. And that's where all the speculation seems to be. People are like, oh my God, it's going to be Avatar 2. And here's my thing behind that. If it is Avatar 2, which is completely fine, I think it'd be awesome to have sets for Avatar. It'd be awesome. I'd love the minifigs alone. But if that is the case, how are you going to be able to sell that? Not sell that literally. How are you going to be able to get people on board with that? How are you going to be, quote unquote, selling that to the folks that are watching this? Because I think, honestly, Avatar, although it was a fantastic movie, only has a small fraction of an audience. Is Avatar 2 going to be that much bigger? Is it really? Is it going to translate to kids? Yes, it's going to translate to adults regardless. So, AFOLs are going to go out and buy like 10 of a $30 set. It's just the way it is. That's the way the world works. The question is it going to be able to translate to a younger demographic? Now, this is all speculation. Nobody knows anything. And we'll find out at LegoCon whether that's the case or not. I would not be shocked in the least if that were the case. My speculation behind it is, here's what I think will happen. I think Lego will be like, and we've got Avatar sets that are going to be coming out, and they're going to do a quick snippet, maybe 5-10 second snippet about Avatar and Lego, somebody talking maybe 15 seconds, and then it's going to move on. We're not going to see sets. We're not going to see minifigs. We're not going to get any information. We're not going to get release dates. That's just what I expect based on past experience. And now this is only the second annual LegoCon, but full on, that's what I expect. That's full on what I expect. I'm hopeful it turns into Avatar 2. I'm expecting nothing. I'm expecting them to say, hey, guess what? You're getting new Lego this year. All right. And that's it. Honestly, that's it at this point in time. So moving on. One of the other things that Lego has put out there is coming out June 1st. I know it's a Wednesday, but I saved it for this specific reason so that we could touch on it. So June, if you're not familiar, regardless of your affiliation, please don't leave. Just listen, especially to the end of this, because you may really care. To mark Pride Month, the LEGO Group invites LGBTQIA+ families to bring their identity to life through creative self-expression. Campaign calls to raise awareness of the identities and stories in those communities. June kicks off a series of plans from the LEGO Group in support of those communities. Today, the LEGO Group announces its launch of A to Z of Awesome is what the campaign is called. An ongoing campaign which runs into 2023 using LEGO builds to celebrate inclusivity and embrace self-expression in the L+ community. That's way too many letters. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not trying to denigrate anybody. That's just a lot, and I'm gonna slip up. The A to Z will be developed in creative LEGO creations to help L+ communities and families use play to open conversations about their identities. For the alphabet to be created in the most authentic and meaningful way possible, the designs of each letter will be created by members of the L+ community, including LEGO fans, young and old, members of the community, and LEGO employees. Launching during Pride Month, the alphabet aims to build understanding and acceptance of the L+ community and the different abbreviations used. And I'll be honest, I don't completely know all of them. I'm not going to feign ignorance here. I just honestly really don't know. The A to Z of Awesome aims to present the community's vocabulary more widely through a fun and playful medium. The LEGO Group is inviting submissions, including an explanation of what the build means to its creator, which will be featured on a dedicated website, www.lego.com/ the following letters, A-T-O-Z. Now, I think this is kind of interesting, to say the least. It's what we're talking 12 months ago, a calendar year ago, we were talking about where the everyone is awesome. I can't remember what the set is that came out from Matthew Ashton, but that came out. And that was one of those things. It was a big deal. And it rattled headlines in a good way. And some people may have, I shouldn't have had that. Okay, but this is 2022. This is the world we live in. So it is definitely out there. But with that in mind, this is definitely a thing. This is definitely a thing moving forward. I appreciate LEGO that is a all-encompassing theme, a toy brand, to really jump into that. And if you are somebody that falls under one of those umbrellas, I am happy you are here. And I'm happy that LEGO can kind of maybe not identify might not be the right word, but LEGO is more or less saying, hey, we care. We're here for you. We love you. You're a great person. And that's what it is. And I appreciate them being there and putting this forward. And it's always a positive thing to be able to do something like that. So the next thing on the agenda today, did you know that Creator Expert isn't a thing anymore? I'm today years old. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm not today years old that I finally knew that. Creator Expert has been trying to be pushed out of the vocabulary of LEGO for, I think, probably 2 years now. They've been trying to push 18 plus, 18 plus, 18 plus, 18 plus, 18 plus. That's fine. What are you building over there? I'm building the Creator Expert Harley Davidson. No. That doesn't work. What are you building over there? I'm building the 18 plus Transformers. No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. 18 plus. It's like saying, hey, what are you building over there? I'm building the 6 plus set over here that has pigs and sheep in it. What? No, but what theme? 6 plus? No. I know it's 6 plus. That's how old it is. But what are you building? The 6 plus. I know, but what theme? 6 plus? No. Not the theme. Never mind. You don't understand what I'm talking about. It's 6 plus. You see how the ridiculousness is behind it, right? It's one of those things you can have a self-argument with yourself like I just did. But it's all for content. Anyway, so LEGO has and is unveiling their new name for the creator expert 18 plus, whatever you want to call it. It is now Lego Icons, which I don't have a problem with. I like the artwork for it. I like the branding for it. I think it works well. I'm okay with it. It works fine. And really, it's really not that bad of an idea. You know, you need something. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make any puns here or anything like that, but it needs to be iconic in the sense that it needs to be something adults, when they walk into the Lego store, and like, I'm looking for the Lego Icons series. Boom, over there. Or when they walk into a big box store, they're looking for this branding. They're not looking for Ninjago or Friends or City. They're looking for icons. They ain't looking for Harry Potter. They're looking for icons. They're looking for things, boom, right off the bat. So now, moving forward, things like the flower bouquet or the Vespa, it's going to carry the Icons name with it, which I think is really cool. And, you know, you have the Lego logo, which is red and white, yellow and black, but it's mainly red and white, right? You have the outskirts of things, but the Icons logo, I don't hate it. There's something cool about it. There's something different about it, and it catches your eye. It's black and white underneath Lego, but it's black and white. It works really, really well. And personally, I think this is long overdue. This is something that people have been waiting for a long time. Like, just settle on something already. And I don't know what went through it to be able to get to it, but I absolutely love it. So a few other things here that are of worthy mentioning, you know, the Lego Ideas Lego Mushroom House, which was created by Jonas Kram. I think I'm saying that right. Kramm. Maybe it's Kram. Anyway, Jonas, this thing is incredible. I've been following it on Lego Ideas. Reached 10,000 votes. It is ready to go. And this build alone, I really honestly don't see how this doesn't make it. I really honestly don't see how it makes it. And it would not shock me in the future if we find out that Jonas is a Lego designer. And on a side note on that, did you know Boone from Lego Master Season 1 here in the United States is now a Lego designer? How crazy is that? You honestly never know where you're going to end up. The other thing is the Marvel Nano Gauntlet 76223 has been revealed. It's actually a pretty cool build. It's got 675 pieces. You know, I like it. I like all the stones that are on it. It really works well. I just wish I could put my hand inside of it. That's really honestly all that I want. Honestly, I just want to shove my hand in it and be like, hey, look how cool this is. But alas, it doesn't quite work that way. If you are a giant Ninjago fan, or if you're a Ninjago fan at all, the new Ninjago Crystallized series, which the sets are, I don't think they're available in the US yet, but they are definitely available in the UK. It is currently on Netflix as of June 1st. And the interesting thing behind that is it is coming to the UK at some point. I'm not really sure when, but it is definitely on Netflix here in the United States. So make sure you go ahead and go check it out. Now, it's not the whole season. It's only the first 12 episodes, which leaked onto YouTube. I use that term loosely. Leaked? They knew what they were doing. You don't release episodes every 10 to 12 minutes as a leak. It doesn't happen like that. And then it just went, they were gone. All the episodes were gone. People were like, what is going on? This is madness. Was it a leak? No, it wasn't a leak. You buffoon. It was not a leak. It was one of those things where Lego was like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to see what kind of reception we get. And the reception went kablooey. Like, it blew up YouTube. It blew up Twitter. And they have a big following. So it was kind of neat to see, and it is currently available on Netflix. Every single season is, I think, aside from maybe the pilot season, they are currently available on Netflix, at least here in the United States. You have to check your listing. It may vary. And the last thing that I wanted to jump into, I was debating on this, and here's why. This is the controversial part of the episode. And you may love me or hate me after this, but here's where we stand. So there are new Lego sets that are available under the City umbrella, And one of them is called the Lego Barn and Farm Animals, 60346. It's one of the new summer sets. Everybody's like, oh my God, the animals. Oh my God. I'm looking at them like, the animals are so pretty. They're so amazing. I need them in my collection, right? And Lego has come under fire from PETA. If you don't know what PETA is, it's not something that you eat, PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. PETA is a worldwide organization, actually. And PETA is urging Lego to rebrand the set as a sanctuary opposed to a farm. Okay? Farm, sanctuary may sound completely different to anybody. Okay? They're two different things. They're absolutely two different things. If you look it up in the dictionary, they are two different things. Now, I realize the set is not called a farm. It's farm animals. You have barn, you have farm animals, you have happiness from what the set is, right? It's something fun, it's something cool, it's something nice, but it is definitely something to be thought about. Now, again, PETA is saying, hey, we want you to change the name of this. They're not saying want. They're encouraging Lego, hey, could you look at your branding and adjust? Now, here's where I may lose you. And if I do, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go deep here, but I'm going to break this down as Barney style as I can. A farm. You may have been to a farm. I've been to many farms. Farms with chickens, farms with pigs, cows, horses, and any other kind of quote unquote livestock. I don't really like that phraseology, but is what it is, right? And in this set specifically, you have a tractor and you have a trailer that falls behind it that is getting some hay. You have a pig, which is assumed to be a sow, and her two piglets. You have a sheep that is looking to be shorn, or is shorn a word? I'm pretty sure shorn is a word. Shaven, deferred. Deferred sounds really, really aggressive. I'm gonna defer my dog today with my hands. But back to a serious note. You have a cow and you have a baby cow here. And I see where PETA's coming from. I see what Lego's doing. And it's kind of a weird spot. Now, before I say anything else, I'm vegan. I don't share that information with very many people. Most people are like, really? Yeah. Have been now for 6 years. But I'm not going to go into that side of things with me, my personal experience so much. But that's where I see things from my side. I see it from both sides, growing up eating beef and stuff like that in rural Pennsylvania, where you have cows, you have giant fields and stuff like that. That is the thing. I had a close buddy of mine and I helped him work at a chicken house. It was weird for me because you have eggs that are constantly coming down a conveyor belt, and you know, as a young teen, you don't know what the hell's going on. You're just kind of doing a job, right? But with that in mind, I see where PETA is coming from. They're saying, hey, could you brand it as a sanctuary? Now, there are plenty of animal sanctuaries for animals that have been rescued from slaughterhouses, animals that have been rescued from very poor conditions, livestock animals, and have thrived since. And here's where my experience comes from. I have 8 dogs. I know, I'm a dog hoarder. My wife and I are. My experience is a little bit different because I don't eat animal flesh. Okay. I don't consume animal products. So for me, very much so with my animals, with my dogs, that all but one of them, actually, no, all of them were rescue. All 8 of them were rescue. From most of them from dire circumstances, from eating out of the trash can so they could survive, being chained and having a rope around their neck where they have permanent rope burn in their neck, to living in a doggy colony that had over 50 pups in it, to being picked up on the street, to being left to wander and is forever a wanderer, no matter what boundaries are put in to contain. All 8 of my pups are rescue in some way, shape, or form. So for me, I'm like, well, I'm kind of like an animal sanctuary to a certain degree. My wife and I are. We can't take on anymore. I'd love to. We've had many foster dogs. We've had probably 8 or 9 different foster dogs over the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. Probably not even that long. Maybe a 5-year period. Anyway, my point is I see where PETA's coming from. I see where they want the branding to be barn and animal sanctuary, not barn and farm animals. Kids, from my 8-year-old brain, I'm not looking at things and saying, oh, a farm means animals are being slaughtered. Chickens are having their rings necked or their necks ringed, other way around. I'm not trying to be graphic here. My point simply is, look, Lego sees things one way, PETA sees things another way. And here's where I'm going to come out where some of you are going to be like, I hate you. In the past, Lego has removed Lego City sets because of Italian heritage. Remember Vito? Set was removed. Lego has removed sets that involve kind of terrorist plot mentality to a certain degree, if you will, with the fireworks factory. That set never made a shelf. It may have made a shelf. It's probably in the black market for $1 bajillion right now. I don't think that is the way this is going. My point behind this is I'm not trying to change anybody's mind or be like, because you're all your own individual. You and the way that you live your life, you're all your own individual, and I love every single one of you as long as you're not killing people and stuff like that. You don't come kill me or whatever. You end my life. I hope that's not the case. My point behind this is, okay, you got harassed by groups about Vito and about the fireworks factory. PETA's knocking on your door right now. Is this something you are going to either rebrand or maybe not release? Obviously, the release date, could be something where it's like, here it is, June 1st, August 1st. I mean, it's getting out there. That's not the issue. It is absolutely getting out there. And while I may not agree with how quote unquote farm animals are raised or their ultimate demise, I don't have a problem with it as a set. Same as I didn't have a problem with the other 2 sets with Vito. Now, I'm not Italian heritage and having that guy named as a bad guy. I look at it on the surface area of this is a toy. I mean, there are way more toys out there in the world. If you really want to take a deep dive into some things as far as agriculture goes, go ahead and go to Brooder, Bruder. Brooder makes magnificent plastic replica toys of all kinds of different things. Emergency services, agriculture, city services, construction services. They're incredible, and they're so much fun to play with. I need a bigger sandbox than what I have, honestly. So they're not the only company to do it, Lego. The reason they're under, if you want to call it fire or attack or reprimand from the community, is because they are a big global company. Brooder, if you were to say, hey, is that a Brooder truck? People are going to be looking at you like, a what? If you have friends over and you say, hey, is that a Lego tractor? Oh, Lego. Yeah. Rings in the head. It's a little bit different. Now, I fully expect Lego to look into this. I don't know that it will change, and they may not even look into it. Either way, I understand where PETA's coming from. I always am behind education, and let's really look at the where are things going, right? If you really want to break down things as far as animal agriculture, there's a whole way that you can go about it. If you're anti, there's a whole way you can go about it. And I'm not telling you to do either way. I told you where I stand in my life. That's a personal choice that I've made, my wife and I have made. And that's just where we're at. But I see both sides of it. And I also see the fact that it is a toy. And even though it is just a toy, how it can be perceived to a child or whatever, maybe a lack of empathy or sympathy towards animals and stuff like that. I get it. I absolutely get it. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing one way or the other. I'm just putting it out there for you. It's something to think about. Some people are going to go and be like, oh, I need the animals. I don't really care. I am. I want the animals. I don't really care. I want the animals. I want the cow. I want the sheep that has the fur that can come off of it. I may not agree with it, but it's a toy. And I'm not, going any deeper than that. I mean, anyway, so that is the quote unquote controversial part of the show. And I just wanted to keep it light. I wanted to show you guys where I was coming from with my past experience, with my current experience, and where I think things are right now. And I honestly don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I've been waiting for the farm theme since when was it? 2008, 2009, when they had the last farm sets out? Way more than what these were. So I hope we get back to that in the future. I hope they push out more. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode of News on A Tues. Until we meet again, I'm your Minifigure ghost, Matt. Let's bet on it.